Hello, everybody. OMG. I think when I logged on, I saw 43 people waiting. You guys, oh my word. How has everybody's day gone? I mean, I obviously can't hear from all 43 of you, but it would be nice to hear from all 43 of you. You guys, I'm telling you, let me tell you why you are the best subscribers in the entire YouTube universe because I tell you that there's a party going on and you guys show up. So sadly, it is BYOB or BYO seltzer. In my case, I've got my seltzer here, but whatever it is you've got, hopefully, if you're already off work, you can kick back and we can spend some time together. I saw there are so many people here. I can't even begin to say hello. Rogelio is here and John is here and Dawn. Caitlin is here and Jenny's here and Margie's here. Liz Cashman is going to be our phenomenal moderator. And Liz has never done this for me before. So as a huge favor, you guys make sure you check out Liz's channel. Love Liz Cashman's channel. And she will be here to keep us all above board. And you guys know how I get. So everybody redirect me when I inevitably forget what it is that I'm supposed to be talking about. Oh, Lacey's here. Elise between the ears is here. Sarah's here. Samara, Jackie Chula is my amazing graphic designer. So Jackie, I'm so glad you showed up because I have stuff to show. I have merchandise to show. So that's big news. I don't have all of it yet, but those of you that have already gone on the Teespring site and bought stuff, oh my gosh, thank you. Caitlin, oh my goodness. Team Cuddles, thank you for that amazing super chat to start off our evening. $10 from Team Cuddles. For those of you that don't know about super chat, there is a $sign at the bottom of the chat. It is a great way to support the channel. And all of the money goes right back into my equipment and my, internet and all of those kinds of things. So thank you very much, Caitlin. That means the world to me. You're so sweet. Caitlin said, hi, Jen. So excited to catch you live. Let's start this live stream off right, people. Don't forget to check out Jen's Patreon page for more fun and friendly exclusive content. I love it when you guys do my job for me. Yes. And speaking of the patrons, all of them that are on here, and there's quite a few on here already know about this trip I'm getting ready to announce. I actually have 2 surprise trips coming up, but in the back of my brain, I'm trying to decide if I want to tell you guys about both of them tonight or just the one surprise trip. So I will not make you guys wait. I did promise you in the description that I was going to do an announcement. I'm a little distracted because you guys know how it is the day before you leave for a Disney trip. That's right. That's what I said. Oh, Octavio, I'm glad you're here for as long as you can be here. So here's what happened. Here's why I am leaving for a Disney destination tomorrow. I don't talk about my oldest son at all. He's a great guy. I absolutely adore him. He's brilliant, but he never wants to be on social media, talked about on social media. He doesn't want his pictures on social media. And honestly, he's been that way since he was about 12 when social media first started being a thing. And I've always respected that. It's why you rarely, if ever, will see him in a vlog or anything. A few of my favorite YouTubers have met him in person. He really does exist. He really is a great guy. I absolutely adore him. So he had a gift card. He did not get to go with us to California because he had some school things. Jenny, glad you like your son. Thank you. I just always have people say, you talk about the twins and I'm seeing the twins. I didn't know you had 3 boys. I do. So he is maybe even a bigger Disney fan than I am and has been since he was a very young kid, loves all things Disney trivia. So he was really bummed out that he missed out on our Disneyland trip. And he had a gift card and he had some frequent flyer miles because he, has a job and makes money and all of that. And he was like, hey, Mom, if I pay for the hotel, do you want to come and go with me to Disneyland? Oh, Rogelio, thank you so much. We just got another super chat, you guys. Thank you, Rogelio. $4.99 goes a long way, you guys. Even these things cost money. And when people like you reach out and you know that, and you, Rogelio, you and John are always so generous with me anyway, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. They are both over on Patreon as well. So my patrons really need to not give me money over here. So, but I will say, I will be gracious and I will say thank you. So yes, I am leaving tomorrow morning. My flight leaves at 9 something for Anaheim, California. 4 nights. We will be at the Marriott Spring Hill Suites. We have so many fun things planned. We have the electrical light parade will be happening. That was really horrific, but I'm really excited about that. You guys know I have an annual pass. So the annual pass I have is actually the Flex Passport. So I had to make a reservation because this is during one of those periods where you have to make a reservation. So that process was really interesting. And I'm interested to share that with you guys when I get back to kind of see how that rolled. But yeah, 4 nights. We're super excited. What else do we have planned? We're eating at some really fun places. We have some fun reservations. So that's what's going on. So if any of you are going to be down there, Samara, why only 4 days? Well, for one thing, Disneyland in California can easily be covered in fact, you could easily do Disneyland in 3 days because it's really just the 2 parks. So, oh, Dawn, thank you so much. Dawn says, have a churro on me. Thank you for that super chat. That's funny. I think churros are $4.99, you guys. That's awesome. I probably don't need any more churros, but I'm going to get more churros anyway because the churros at Disneyland are the best. So Carol's asking, will your son want to be on your California videos? That is such a great question. So I will not be doing my normal vlog style for this trip because no, he will not. But I will be vlogging. Oh, Sarah Irvine, stop. Sarah just gave a $20.99 super chat. That is incredibly generous, Sarah. Thank you. She says, treat yourself and your son to a drink on me. Make sure it has riboflavin. Okay, that's a Twitter joke because we were talking the other day about when you don't want to make your children for dinner. And I always used to say, we'll give them cereal because maybe they don't have enough riboflavin. So Sarah, thank you so much. So, anyway, Aubrey missed the announcement. Aubrey, I'm going to Disneyland and I'm leaving tomorrow and I'm gone for 4 days. So someone was asking about why only 4 nights. And it really is enough. We'll be there we get there early tomorrow morning and we leave early Sunday morning. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 full days. And it will be more than enough for us to cover everything. And he has to get back and I have to get back because I have to get ready for my September Disney World trip. The travel's been a little ridiculous. Oh, a midlife girl is here. Cindy, it's so good to see you. If you guys are not following a midlife girl, her channel, she and I actually have a collaboration coming up here at the end of August. Her channel is very much like what I'm trying to do with my Joyful Living channel. She's also over on Instagram. She's huge. And she and I have just started chatting. So I'm so glad you joined us, Cindy. That's awesome. And Consuelo Runs also just started her YouTube channel. Those of you that are runners may want to hop over there and follow her as well. Norm is here from the UK. I thought I saw, where's Serena the Swede? I know she was here too, because she's staying up late as well. So, Alyssa's asking about the reservation process. Okay, so the annual pass that I got, and those of you guys that follow the Touring Plans podcast, I just was on that podcast. I guess I did it a week and a half ago. Sean Patrick Judge, oh my gosh, $25 super chat. Thank you, sir. You are always generous on here. It is so much appreciated. And yes, please be on the lookout for me. I'm trying to think. Saturday night, Sean Patrick, we will for sure be in the Magic Kingdom, and I will be posting things on Instagram. So please, please, please try and catch up with us. That would be wonderful. And thank you so much for that super chat. So I actually was interviewed for Touring Plans. It's not up yet on their podcast, but Angela and Brian and I recorded that maybe a week and a half ago, and they said it would be about 2 weeks. So I went into in-depth the reservation process, but it's the new Disneyland Flex Pass, and it has a few blackout dates, but honestly, not that many blackout dates. And then it has a whole bunch of dates that are good to go, which means you don't need a reservation at all. And then it has these dates that are in blue that require a reservation. So the trick is you can only have 2 reservations in a 30-day period of time. So I called the guy and I was like, okay, how do I do this? Because we're going to be there 4 days. He's like, well, it's a rolling 2 days within a 30-day period. So I've already got my 2 days reservation. He's like, the first day when you get into the park, go on your app and reserve the 3rd day. And then the second day when you get in the park, go on the app and reserve the 4th day. And I asked him if he felt like I was going to have any problem. And he said, absolutely not. You're only kind of competing with other Flex Passport members, and they just don't have that many of them yet. So he did not feel that I would have any problem at all. I mean, worst case scenario, I'd have to buy a ticket, which would be ridiculous, since the whole reason I bought the annual pass was so I wouldn't have to do that. And it is, Sarah, it is complicated, but it's actually cheaper than the Southern California annual pass. And in that podcast that I did, we go into tons of detail and all of the prices and all of that. But it is the cheapest Disneyland annual passport. And one of you up further, and it's someone that I know, had asked about why I decided to get the annual pass. It was only $240 additional for me to upgrade my 4-day park hopper to the annual pass. So, you know, if I was going to go back at least one time, then it made total sense. So, yeah. May I ask when your September trip is? Lisa, of course you may. I will be at Walt Disney World from September 14th through the 20th. And I have a lot going on. That trip, I will be vlogging excessively or extensively. Liz Cashman, would that be extensively or excessively? She's a librarian. Either one would work, right? Anyway. So I'll be vlogging a lot. How about that? And both. Yeah. Okay. Both work. So I've got tons of stuff planned. I have a VIP tour of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge planned. Thank you so much. Always extensively. There we go. I love that. And I have, although excessively works too, I have a great video that I'm going to do. By the way, if you guys have not gotten your questions in, I'm going to be doing a video with Chantel Crawford from DVC by Resale. She and I are going to film a video together. I have just a ton of different things. I have some people I'm meeting up with that trip. It's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited about that as well. And then that leads me into my next trip announcement, which is, oh, Leslie. Okay, Leslie Ann from Our Happy Place just did a $10 super chat. Leslie, thank you so very much, friend. That means the world to me. Check out her channel for sure. She and her husband and daughter do such a great job. They're always so positive and so upbeat, and I love what they do over there. So thank you so much. Okay, so Disney Traveler, you guys help her out. When people log on and like, I missed the announcement, what is it? I don't want to keep saying the same thing. So you guys can just respond to people that log on. But Disney Traveler, I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow for 4 nights. So there you go. And Barbara, please do look for me. What I normally do is I will be on Instagram. And if definitely like on real time. So please, you guys, so many times I get back from a trip and people are like, Scuba Cat 3 is in the house. I'm so glad you're here. He's my resident smart aleck is here. So what was I saying? Somebody help me. What was I talking about? Oh, make sure you come and say hello to me. If you see me in the parks, because please don't be shy. It means the world to me when you guys come up and say, hey. Rogelio asked me, Jen, do you know if the Platinum Pass is valid for Orlando and California parks? It is not. The only one that is, hey, Life with Lindsay, I'm glad you're here, that is valid for both parks is the Premier Passport, which is $2,000. So for me, it made sense for me because I get the DVC Gold Pass, which is like $649, I think. And then this one was $5 something. So I saved like $1,000 by not doing the Premier Pass. And I had to do, you guys know me and my Disney math. There was a lot of that going on. So Mark Allen is asking, how do you think the crowds will be for Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World? I think they're going to be very different than Disneyland. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Those of you that are, I know a couple of you on here either live closer to Southern California. It is far more of a locals park as opposed to a week-long destination. Dan's video mosaic is here. Yay! Definitely say hi to Jen. She will talk to you even after she has just purchased fresh beignets at Port Orleans French Quarter. Yes, that is how we hung out together. Dan's video that just went up today is about when he met the Tim Tracker when he was at Disney World. So I know, Dan, it was a little bit bigger deal for you to meet me, but this Tim Tracker fellow I think I see a big future for him. Seems to be really taking off. Anyway, so definitely check out Dan's video mosaic. So California Locals Park, they blocked out all of the annual passes for California residents. So that has really played into the crowds at Disneyland. And I think other people have not wanted to go because they were concerned about the crowds. So I really believe, I know I love Tim and Jen as well. I was totally teasing. They are a very big deal. I do think the crowds are going to be more for Disney World. But you know what? I'm not really worried about it because there is only one attraction. And I can tell you guys from being at Disneyland, there's a lot to look around at and a lot to take in, but there's only one attraction. So I would compare it to like if they had opened Pandora and only opened Navi River Journey. Because keep in mind, this is like the less intense of the two attractions. This was the first one is Smuggler's Run is more of like, I won't say it's a little kid attraction. It's a great ride. Like I really enjoyed it. I've ridden it 3 times now. It's a super fun ride, but it's definitely going to be the less intense and probably the less popular of the 2 rides. So it would be like if they opened Pandora and only had Navi River Journey and didn't open Flight of Passage. So I don't know. It will be interesting. Jenny, did they say they felt they made a mistake doing that? Well, here's what I have to say about that, because selfishly, I have had like that was the best Disneyland trip I've ever done that I did a month ago. And I'm super excited to be back. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that because that is where I will be posting. I might do a couple of live streams out there. So be looking for that as well. Terry's asking, did you talk with Brian or Angela or both? I talked with both of them, and I'm hoping the podcast came out good. This is the 4th or 5th time I've been on someone else's podcast. I know I'm getting to it, Natalie. And if you are with it, if Angela Dahlgren is so amazing. If you're in the hands of a good interviewer, you kind of strap in and before you know it, the hour's gone. And so I don't even know what I said, but I did feel like it was good. So hopefully if you're not subscribed to the Touring Plans podcast, make sure you do that. All right. So my next trip that just is happened. Angela Codrain is here. Hey, Angela. I am actually, and I can't even believe this, I have been invited, and I won't go into how or why I was invited or by whom quite yet, but I am going on the DVC member cruise October 5th to the 12th to Bermuda. As someone's guest, and I'm blown away. I never in 1,000,000 years thought I would get a phone call that said, hey, do you want to go on the member cruise to Bermuda for free? I'm like, sure, that would be amazing. So I don't think that the member cruise thing has really kind of clicked in my brain yet. It came up literally just 2 days ago, and she was so excited, and I'm so excited that the thought that I'm actually going on a cruise in less than 60 days completely blows my mind. That trip I will 100% be filming. It is here's what's funny and it's not like this happens to me all the time. This is the first time someone has offered to take me on a cruise, but I am doing videos during this trip. So I will be bringing you guys tons of content. And I've always been really curious about the member cruises myself. So, I mean, I know they give you lots of swag and you get lots of great stuff and all of that. So, yeah, so I'm really, really, really excited about that and can't wait to bring you guys all of those videos. So I feel like I'm missing a bunch of questions. I'm so sorry. Someday, I was watching somebody's live stream. Oh, she's British. She has red hair. I love her. She has like 1 million subscribers. She had someone in the other room that was managing the chat and was texting her the questions that she should answer. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that would be so nice to have a keeper. But that's okay. I have Liz Cashman. She's taking great care of me. So before I got into all of that about the member cruise, which again, super excited, you guys. So that happens in October. Yeah. And if any of you are going to be there, that would be amazing. And you have to make sure and let me know. So let's see. Liz is amazing. Isn't she? Liz is amazing. I agree with that. So you're ready for a Disney cruise. So would love advice. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched my Disney cruise vlogs, when Scott and I went last February, he's home, by the way. I asked him to be on, but he wasn't in the mood. He just got home from a trip. So I was like, that's fine. One of these days, y'all, I'm going to get Scott Lefforge on a live stream. So John, are you with him right now? Are you with Rogelio? Are you guys in the same room? Because I don't feel like the same household should be giving me 2 super chats in one. Anyway, hi, John. I will happily. John has just done a $20 super chat. He is telling me, get yourself a drink at Trader Sam's or the new Craftsman Bar and Grill when you visit. John, did you guys go to the Craftsman Bar and Grill? Because I was thinking we would check that out. One really awesome thing about my oldest, Major. Yes, we want Scott. I know. I tell him that. My oldest is of drinking age. So that makes it really nice too, because, it's not like we go crazy, but it is kind of fun to be able to do that with my son. Dan's asking, question, how do you sleep at night without the adrenaline and excitement of all this amazing news? It would keep me up all night. My life since I started this channel, and those of you that have heard this story, I feel like I'm becoming that grandmother that tells the same stories over and over again, but just deal. Y'all know the whole time growing up that Disney was I was obsessed. And the fact that this is basically what I do now, and that I can go on trips and bring stuff home to you guys and answer your questions. And some of you reach out to me and I help you plan your trips. And this has just become really like this work and lifestyle and all of this. I have no words. I literally wake up every morning so excited about my own life. I can't stand it. And after decades of that not always being the case, depending on the job that I had, that's saying something. So I just get excited. I don't know what to say. Trisha Christensen, $24.99 super chat. Trisha, thank you, thank you, thank you. She says, have a great mother-son vacation. You guys are being so generous tonight. You're just about like paying for our food. This is crazyville. Trisha, thank you so much. By the way, I love your profile picture. That is the sweetest dog. Is that a golden? Oh my gosh, so sweet. You guys know what a big dog person I am. Mark Allen wants to know, what is the most bizarre question someone has ever asked you? It might be this one. What is the most bizarre question someone has ever asked me? Like in my life or during a live stream? Because I'm going to have to think about that. Sometimes people ask things that if it's too personal or I'm just not, then I just ignore it. But I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that, Mark Allen, on a live stream. You have stumped me, but I think I will probably remember something before I get to the end of it. I have had someone ask me if my hair is natural, which no, it's not. I don't think hair comes in this color, but anyway, maybe it does on somebody, but no, I get this from my fabulous hairstylist and I love her dearly at the Von Michael Salon. If anyone wants to go see her, let me know. Hi, Jen, thinking up a question. You are fantastic. Thank you, Andrew. And yes, Mark Allen, you stumped me. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Make sure you check out Hempfully Ever After. That is Mark Allen and Kayla's channel. I always feel a bit responsible for Mark Allen and Kayla, especially like if I feel like they're having a bad day on YouTube, because they started reaching out to me before they had a channel of their own. And that has been I just feel like I've been their, let's say, big sister in their process. And so anytime I just feel very protective of them. So make sure you go and check out their channel. No idea it was your first Disney cruise too in September. Oh, no, you guys can chat. I love it when you guys chat. That makes me really happy. So I did not make these. These were a gift. Caitlin, did you send me these? I think these were a gift from Team Cuddles or somebody. They were a gift from one of you. And they are from, I'll try to remember who made them and I'll put it down in the description. Yeah, my twins do look very much like me. So do you guys want to see how the merch turned out? Because you know that whole Teespring thing, I was a little bit worried about it. When I got my logo, and I was so excited about my logo, you guys have no idea. I knew that it would be a lot easier for me to do merch. What I didn't think that I should have done is get it first and then tell you guys to buy it. But I didn't really I did like a soft launch and a few of you went on there. I don't have all of it yet. I really just have, what do I have? I have the coffee cup. I have the coffee cup right in front of me. So I am so happy with this. I put the link to the site where you guys can buy this stuff down in the description below. But this is our mug and it just says Jen Lefforge on the one side with the little ear hat. And then underneath, I don't know if you guys can see, this camera's not the best, but it says Disney, Run Disney, Disney Vacation Club. And then on the other side, it says Joyful Living with Jen Lefforge. So for those of you that may not know, Joyful Living is my new channel, and it's where I'm doing everything that's not Disney. So I'm doing all of Hey Lauren Travels. I'm doing all of the Disney content over here, and then all of like my home organization. I just put up an interview with my 80-year-old mom who was a flight attendant for United in the late 1950s that I felt like came out really great. So if you guys want to go over there and check that out as well. So this is the coffee mug. I don't have the prices right in front of me, but you can find all of it in the Teespring site. And then we have the bags, and these actually, when they came in, would be great for like grocery sacks, right? So it just says Jen Lefforge, same thing. And they're pretty good size. And they say Joyful Living on the other side. Thank you guys for your sweet compliment. That interview with her, I don't know how I got her to say yes to that. And she was like, so sure, I'll do that. And then Norma, she was such a natural. She just, I mean, I didn't have to edit hardly anything. The only editing I had to do was for the dogs. I mean, she just told the stories so well. And, you know, she has been a Bible study leader since Jesus was a baby. And I'm almost not kidding. And so she's very good in front of people. And I just knew she would be great. And of course she was. And then the product I'm most excited about, and there's a shirt in the shop I'm really excited about as well, but is this sweatshirt, which I think I need to do with the other logo. This is the sweatshirt. And see, it says Joyful Living with Jen Lefforge, but I think I'm going to do it with the other one as well. Barbara, thank you so much. Thank you for all you do. I very much enjoy all your content. I will look for you in September. Enjoy another drink on me. Barbara, thank you for that super chat. That is so generous, and that really means the world to me. And between what you guys have given me for churros and the drinks, it's shaping up to be a very nice trip. So thank you, everybody. So at any rate, if you guys want to go check out the merch, I can tell you it is really good quality. And what I was saying earlier was I normally don't tell you guys to buy things if I hadn't tried it myself, but I got so excited about all of it that I just went crazy. So, oh, thank you so much, Liz. Liz just posted the link to my new channel, Joyful Living. I think I have like 11 videos up there. Tomorrow, in fact, I'm going to have the California portion. Well, it was all in California, but the Newport Beach portion of our trip, I just did one video about that, and that will go up first thing tomorrow. And patrons, those of y'all that were on here, I actually edited the one that I sent you after I watched it a couple times. There were a few tweaks I wanted to make in the volume and things. So all that to say, there'll be a new one that will go up tomorrow morning that is different than the one that is on the Patreon page. So that's what I have to say about that. Let's see. Oh, somebody's talking Run Disney now. Oh, that makes me really happy that you guys are talking Run Disney. Okay, so speaking of running, it's too hot to run. And I know, Nancy, I know, but you know what? It is going to cool down, I promise. Lauren, I just told everybody that I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow and I'm going on the Disney member cruise, DVC member cruise in October. Still have to go back so you get more enthusiasm than that talking about it. Swing through the Grand Californian. I love the Grand Californian, Glenn. Just love it. I could sit in that lobby, and believe it or not, in the evenings, the fire is going, and it's going to be in like 62 degrees in the evenings while we're there. And inside the Grand Californian feels very much like inside Wilderness Lodge to me. So the fireplace is going, and they always have someone on the piano, and I absolutely love it. Yes, Glenn, the piano player, and that's what I love about the Grand Floridian as well. There's just something about just sitting there listening to live music. Do I ever watch Peter McKinnon's videos? Yes. Wait a minute. Do I? I'm not sure. I'll have to go look him up. I know who he is. The name is familiar, but I'm not sure I have seen his videos. So I will go check. Lauren's watching at work. Oh, well, thank you, Lauren. You guys check out Lauren's travels. She has a great channel. Yeah. Aubrey Brackett says, I keep trying to talk myself into the dopey race, but always chicken out. Yeah, because dopey's crazy. Don't do that. I've never wanted to. No, it's not true. I've wanted to do it, but I haven't. Stephen, Main Street Electrical Parade is back at Disneyland. Yes, I know. And we are doing the dining package with the plaza, and then you have preferred seating. So my oldest that I'm going with, we had the VHS version of that when he was little, and he would watch it over and over and over again. So going to see that again with him is going to be a very big deal. Mariah's Whole New World is here. Hey, Mariah. Hey, Jen. It's so good to see your face. Been super busy my way, but hope all is well with you. So exciting about your upcoming trips. Mariah's Whole New World is a great channel as well. It's always great to see you, friend. And I will see you in January. Mariah will be there with me marathon weekend. Jen, this is from John. This September, we're doing a split stay, Saratoga Springs, Grand Floridian, and Animal Kingdom. What one of the three is your favorite? I would have to say on that list, I'm going to go with Animal Kingdom. I adore Animal Kingdom. If any of you watched our vlogs when Scott and I were trying to decide which resort to make our home resort for this contract that we just bought with DVC, if it were not for the fact that he did not love it, I would have chosen Animal Kingdom in a heartbeat. I can walk into that lobby. I could go on vacation at Animal Kingdom Lodge and not even ever set foot in a theme park and be completely happy. And I love everything about it. I love the ambiance. I love the music. I love the cast members. I love hearing about the different traditions from Africa and all the different places in Africa that they're all from. And it's just, it's a magical place to me. I've never stayed at the Grand Floridian. I would love to stay there someday. It's never been, oh yes, and Sanaa, of course. And John, I've told you my trick, right? That you can get the full bread service and a fabulous glass of African wine in the bar without a reservation. And you could do that every night. That's what I did. We would take our break. Y'all ready? Here's my Animal Kingdom Lodge Kidani DVC member routine. I have a routine at Animal Kingdom Kidani. Thank you very much. We would come back for our afternoon break. Everybody would kind of get showered and ready to go to dinner. And before we were quite ready to leave, I would head down with either one kid or maybe my husband, just depended. And we would get some wine and the bread service, and just lovely. Just lovely. Yes, Dawn, I'm with you. African Chardonnay all the way. Jen, do you know if you can see the Electric Lagoon Parade from Grand Floridian Lakeview Room? There would be no reason why you wouldn't, because the electrical light pageant goes on the Seven Seas Lagoon. It starts over in Bay Lake and it goes on Seven Seas Lagoon. So you should be able to see it from there because, it goes right there by Magic Kingdom. So the only question I'm having is if you're on the other side, you should be able to see it. And for sure you can see it from the resort. But yeah, that was always one of my favorites. Saratoga, I actually really like Saratoga, but it is not my favorite of all of the DVC resorts, but I really do like it. So I think all three of your resorts are phenomenal. Liz, I love the electrical water pageant too. Funny story about that though. I don't remember who I was traveling with. It must have been Cindy that we did Star Wars with. She'd never seen it. And my friend Sarah and I both were going crazy because the water pageant was coming by and we were staying at Bay Lake. And she literally was like, you guys, it's a barge with Christmas lights. And we we're like, what is wrong with you? That is not a barge with Christmas lights. That's the electrical water pageant. But I mean, she's kind of right. But memories, folks, memories. Which where my mind just went, just to show you guys. You have no idea how hard it is for me to stay on track. Memories, cats, new cats trailer, and now I've got all of the. Anyway, it doesn't matter. T.S. Eliot, it doesn't matter. But the Cats movie does not look good. I'm just going to say that. And I love the musical. It would be good if it was good. Let's see. The Dream Crafter Vlogs wants to know, do you have a favorite Disney ride? Yes. Peter Pan is my favorite Disney ride. And having just been on it in California, I was reminded again of why it's just spectacular. There's just nothing not to like, in my view, about Peter Pan except for the wait. Let's see. My BFF from California just told me yesterday that she is planning a trip to France last week of November. So I will meet up with her there and go to Disney. Have you been to Disneyland Paris before? Because I love it there. It is so much fun. I'm hoping to go back there September of next year. And I just can't wait. Agile associations, Brian. Yup, pretty much. And I can't imagine if you worked at Pirates of the Caribbean, Lauren, I would hear that in my mind all the time. And that's not the worst thing, but yeah. And Consuelo runs Disneyland Resort Paris is her home resort. Love it there. I actually it exceeded my expectations and I really can't wait to go back. I did not stay on property. Happy Travel Vlogs gave me a $15 super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, Jen, you inspired me and my son, Aiden, to start our own channel. We love your videos. We are traveling to Walt Disney at the end of the month to celebrate Aiden's birthday. Enjoy a drink on me. Well, first of all, of course I will. Happy birthday, Aiden. I absolutely love that I inspired you guys to start a channel. And I love that you are doing your channel together. That really means the world to me. Because anytime you can do something like that, it's such a great creative outlet. And I mean, I know I've learned so much, so I can't imagine what that's been like for the two of you. So thank you so much for that very generous super chat. So Diane, we are actually not eating at the Blue Bayou this time. We have been there many, many times, and I do love it. But we had a little bit of trouble getting a reservation. And to be quite honest, it is so expensive that I think we might skip it this time. So I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. I would love to bring you guys a review though, because it really is fabulous. Let's see. Rogelia was saying, awesome. This is going to be our first day as a DVC owner, so I know it's going to be special. And on top of that, we're celebrating John's birthday. Some surprises on the way for him. Can't wait. It was so fun. The two of you letting me into your process as you were asking questions and purchasing DVC. It just was a total treat for me. So thank you for letting me be part of that. That's amazing. I started to say when I started, I don't know, I think I said this like 40 minutes ago, that forgive me if I'm a little distracted. I do have news as far as what for you guys. I am going to do a giveaway. When I did that Go Penguin suitcase video, they liked it so much that they reached out and asked if I would do a giveaway. And I was like, yeah, my people would love for me to do a giveaway. So when I get back from this trip, I'm going to do a full review of the suitcase. I already packed with it today. And so far, I absolutely love it. So be looking for that, because one of you guys is going to win a Go Penguin suitcase, and that's $130 bag. And I'll be really excited to do that. So not only did I pack today, but I was kind of starting to, do my review of the bag and all of that. So it's been a big day. Mark says, you are one of the reasons my wife and I decided to do DVC. Now we have the problem of no points next year, starting to plan a possible case trip for food and wine next year. Mark, here is how I feel. And those of you that are DVC members will understand that. What I'm getting ready to say. When I log into my DVC member account, if I don't see zeros across the board, I have failed. I feel that those points are meant to be used. So not only do I use all my points for the year I'm in, I've almost always completely used all my points for the following year. And that's just how we're going to live, because you never know what the following year is going to bring. So, you can't take it with you. So use up all those points. That's my kind of DVCing. I love it. So there, Barbara said, amen, right? We're not keeping them. We're not saving the paper. Use up those DVC points. I've always got in my head like this running thing of, okay, when is it time? When is my 11 month? And sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, when is my 11 month? And do I want to go ahead and do a trip for my next 11 months? Because, you always can. I'm super excited in September because I'm taking Coral O'Buckley. Some of you know Coral Joy Travel with me. And she has never stayed at a DVC resort. Well, she's stayed like a beach club, but she's never stayed with a DVC member before. And she's never set foot at on Old Key West property. So we're staying at Old Key West first, and then we're moving to Coronado Springs. Oh, and I didn't even tell you guys that. This is like part 3 of, I'm telling you, I'm going to spontaneously combust. There is too much greatness going on. I cannot take it. Okay. So we're at Old Key West let's recap. And here's what you missed on Glee. Okay, so to recap. First, I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow. Second, I'm going to Disney World in September, but you guys already knew about that. Third, and no, I'm not going to D23, although I wish I were, but I'm not. Third, I'm going on the DVC member cruise in October. So on the second thing, the other surprise that I didn't tell you guys yet, Coral and I upgraded because there was an annual pass holder rate for the second half of that trip to club level 1-bedroom suite at Coronado Springs. So we're going to get to check that out and tell you guys what club level is like at Coronado Springs and what a 1-bedroom suite is like at Coronado Springs. And it has 2 bathrooms. So I'm super interested to see what that is going to be like as well. So it's exhausting. Wear myself out. That's just too much. Terry, this is so funny. It held for review your comment, swanky girls. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes if you comment on one of my videos and it doesn't show up, it holds it for review anytime you use a hashtag. This is the international sign for hashtag in your comment, because I don't know what it's worried that you're saying. Maybe because it can't read it or something. So anytime you either post a link to another website or a hashtag, it puts it in review. And I can't see those on my phone. So if I'm out and about, sometimes it'll be several days before I realize that one of you that comments all the time, your comment's being held. So that's what's going on there. So there you go. Anyway, Lexa said, I am heading to Disney World in September, but not till the 29th. My son's first time. Lexus, how old is he? That is so amazing. That's going to be, first trips are just the best. Greg says, hi, Jen, love your DVC vlogs. I bought in Copper Creek and stayed at Grand Floridian for 2 days or for 3 days. It was awesome. There is seriously something about your first visit home. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like you haven't been to Disney World before. Although I did have a guy reach out through private message on Instagram, I think. He'd never been to Disney World in his life, and he was going to buy a DVC contract. I was like, you might want to go to Disney World before you do that. Dawn, I have the 22-inch roller bag for Go Penguin. And if you go to the video I did about it, they've given me a 15% discount code that will save you a good amount of money. And I'm hearing great things about their customer service over there as well. So really happy with them as a company. Jen, you are my future goals in 18 years when my girls are off in college. I want to plan spontaneous Disney trips, and you guys hear me say this all the time, but after a 25-year career of pretty much that entire, that entire time, you know, always having to ask for time off, always planning out the trips and looking at the calendar and trying to get the time off. And oh no, you can't have that time off and let's do this time off, to now have the freedom for my oldest son, which how sweet is that, you know, to be like, hey mom, you want to go to Disneyland, and just be able to book a trip and go, is mind blowing. So anyway, that's going to be really fun. My 15-year-old said the other day he wished he could remember the first trip. I love that, Disney traveler. But you know what? That's why we have pictures and photo albums. I mean, I have pictures from my kids on their first Disney trips, and I have those memories forever. We were just talking the other day, Allison, WDW girl, and I, about this whole thing about don't take your kids to Disney until they can remember. And to that, I always say, well, do you read them books? Do you show them educational films? Do you take them to the park? Because if your thing is don't take them to do something cool until they can remember it, memories are formative. And we also do it for ourselves, and to have time together as a family, and to have those pictures. And I think you guys know that children's brains are formative. And so time spent, even as an infant at Disney, time spent with people that they love, and all of that. I mean, come on. I don't think my youngest went to Disneyland. Now, we were living in Fresno, and we had annual passes, and we were all, Scott had a teaching thing he had to do in Long Beach, so we all went together, and they were 3 months old. And yes, I got some looks for taking 3-month-old twins to Disneyland, but you know what? We all survived, so it's all good. Did someone ask how old I am? I don't know. I don't care. I'm 49. I'm going to be 50, because you guys know I'm going to be 50 in July. So we only have 11 months. And Diane, you are so welcome for my positive energy. We need it, right? We need as much positive energy as we can get. Brooke, that is such a great question. If I can only see one nighttime show at Disneyland DCA, what would you recommend? So this is tough. This is tough. This is like tough, because I am a huge fan of World of Color, but having just seen it, I'm going to go with, okay, so wait. Okay, is that what I want to say? So our choices right this second, which I don't know when you're going, Brooke, or if you even have a trip planned, but Electrical Light Parade is an option right now. So you've got Electrical Light Parade, Wide World of Color, which is at California Adventure, and then you have Fantasmic at Disneyland, and then you have the fireworks show after that. So what I would say is, I'm going to go with Fantasmic, and here's why. It is not the same as it is at Disney World at all. They actually pull out the Columbia sailing ship, and there's pirates flinging off of it, and the Mark Twain riverboat, and you're very up close and personal, as opposed to Fantasmic, where you're pretty far away. The whole Heather, thank you so much. Heather Rubin just did a $20 super chat. That is very generous and very kind. I think you guys have just about paid for our food at Disneyland, which is really kind of funny, because I really wanted to do food reviews. Like, that's what I wanted to bring you guys back from Disneyland, was reviews of food. So now I really feel like, number one, I feel like you guys really like it when I do food reviews. I'm trying to do better about taking pictures of food and all of that. So the fact that you've been so generous, and that just means the world to me. So thank you, Heather. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. So anyway, I'm going to go with Fantasmic. And if you didn't see the video that I just put up on Sunday, you really should watch that. It's no spoilers, but yeah, you really should watch that. Yeah, veggie food reviews for sure. Disney Traveler is asking, is the MaxPass easy use at Disneyland? Is the Wi-Fi reliable for it from out of the country, so need Wi-Fi? I'm not sure about the Wi-Fi, because I have, Liz, are you seeing that? I'm going to go ahead. Okay, sorry. Hold, please. Hold, please. There we go. Can y'all hold on, please? There we go. Everybody, please report when you see that. Thank you very much. Sorry. totally lost my train of thought. We were talking about vegetarian Disneyland. We were talking about Fantasmic being better at Disneyland. And then someone asked me about MaxPass. So MaxPass is really, really great to use. Okay, hold please. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this myself. There we go. Okay. Taken care of. All right. So, what I loved about it was you can actually log in and you can immediately schedule things like one after the next after the next. So MaxPass kind of feels to me like the best of old school Disney World Fast Pass, right? When we had the paper Fast Passes and Fast Pass Plus and the My Disney Experience app combined. So you can really do some amazing stuff. And we were just able, when Will and I were there, we just could get Fast Pass after Fast Pass. What's cool about it is you're not in competition with everybody in the park. You're only in competition with other Max Pass users. So you could go by, for instance, we went by Space Mountain. We were with Allison. Fast Pass, it said, it posts next Fast Pass time is like 9 to 10 p.m. And this was like at 4:30. Well, I went on Max Pass and the next Max Pass was available for like 30 minutes after, which just completely blew me away. So anyway, all of that was really good, really user-friendly. I don't know why they don't do some variation of that at Disney World. Sometimes I feel like, 'cause you guys were asking me earlier something about the, yeah, that's good. We'll do that. You guys, so sorry. We're still talking. The Max Pass, the Disney World Fast Pass system, especially with the addition of like the tiers and all of that, I just feel like it is so complicated. And you guys, I saw it and it's over and we don't give, trolls don't get any time. So sometimes I feel like Disney World Fast Pass is overly complicated. That was the moral of the story. Please raise your hand if you sometimes feel that Disney World Fast Pass is overly complicated. The fact that it's like, oh, and that's not on this tier, and that's not on this tier, and all of that. So, and John is right. Now that he's been hidden, everybody, if you will go, I don't even think you can see it anymore, John, but anybody that hid that or reported that page, that definitely needs to be reported to YouTube. So you don't compete with everybody. It's just the people that have Max Pass. So it made for an unbelievable day and an experience like I've never had at Disney. Like I almost felt like, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you join Club 33, and I cannot disclose how I know this, but when you join Club 33, you get an unlimited Fast Pass. So like your Magic Band, you just walk up to whatever ride and you tap your Magic Band if you are Club 33, which is amazing. I have not been able to experience that, but I have been with someone who had that on their Magic Band. And it was like unbelievable. I mean, it was literally like you just felt like you could walk. It was everything one would hope it would be. It was truly amazing. That's kind of how I felt with Max Pass. So it is so much better than My Disney Experience and Fast Pass Plus. The only reason I think that, yeah, seriously, Club 33, totally agree. Those are life goals right there. That's how it works at Club 33 at Disney World, Jennifer. I'm actually not sure how it works at Disneyland because I've never been to the one in Disneyland. I've only been to the one at Disney World. And Barbara, thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say. The only reason I can think that they don't do that at Disney World is there's just so many more people than there is at Disneyland. And I don't know if people would go into an uproar because you do pay for it. You pay an extra $15 a day. But $15 a day is just not that much. And so I'm not sure why, but I really wish they had it because it's a fantastic option. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Max Pass has been a game changer. Disneyland Max Pass sounds great. I hate having to pay extra, but the price is reasonable. Disneyland Paris introduced MaxPass in 2018, and it's crazy expensive. Yeah, I was with someone when I was at Disneyland Paris who was staying club level at the Disneyland Hotel, and she gave me for her last day, they couldn't use it, and they have one of those VIP fast passes. So we just showed that at the beginning of it, and we got into the fast pass line for every ride. So that was good too. Do you guys sense a theme? There's a line from The Last Time I Saw Paris. Does anyone know that movie? So sad. Van Johnson, Elizabeth Taylor. Anyway, there's a great line where she says, we're not rich. We just live like we are. Daddy says it's much cheaper. That's me. Not rich. I just go do rich people things with friends. That's always the better. It's cheaper to do it that way. Yes, today was very hot in Atlanta. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be getting to California. And it's not that it's not going to be warm, like it's going to be 90 tomorrow in Anaheim, but the low is going to be 62. So that's the difference. I have decided I can handle whatever heat is going on. As long as it's cooler in the morning and cooler in the evening, I'm good. And right now in Atlanta, it is just hot all the time, and I'm over it. Do you hear me, Atlanta? I'm over it. I need to cool down. See, that's it. Stephen has that winter chicken dinner, Stephen Marcus. It is 90 degrees, but the humidity is like next to nothing. So huge difference. Like I'm going to be taking a sweatshirt for the mornings and the evenings, because 62, everybody just feel really bad for me right now, because 62 degrees when you're watching World of Color and that water is coming off the lake there, it's a little bit chilly. Jenny is asking for solo Walt Disney World trip fast pass wisdom. I don't know what you need for just get all of the fast passes, because when you're by yourself, you can, because there's just lots of availability. So, oh no, I'm so sorry that you just got here and we're almost getting ready to sign off, but we have a few more minutes. I'm trying to think, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? I showed you the merch. For those of you that weren't on here yet, make sure you go down to the Teespring website. There's a super cute shirt that I'm waiting for that just says, I'm so excited to be here, and has the, whoops, I lost an ear, has the ear hat on it without Jen inside of it. And it's the cutest thing ever. That's the one piece that I was really hoping was going to come before I left for my trip, because, it'd be really cool to take pictures in my shirt around Disneyland. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, the link to the merch is listed in there. Make sure you go watch Sunday's vlog if you haven't yet. Jen, are you getting 50th anniversary Haunted Mansion merch? I might. I don't know what they will have left at that point, because I know they probably sold out of a lot of it, but I'm definitely going to check. It's 50 degrees in the UK right now. Okay, wait a minute. 50 degrees, not Fahrenheit. Maybe, well, you have to mean Fahrenheit, because if it was not Fahrenheit, you'd be dying. That would be inhabitable. So I'll take 50 degrees. Yes. Yes, I will get something Haunted Mansion, Dawn. I promise. I know that they had some really good pins for the 50th anniversary. So, and the Haunted Mansion special food. I know my problem is always when they do all of the snacks, and then I eat too much at meals, and I just can't eat that much. So I'm going to have to pace myself, you guys. Have to pace myself for all the snacks. Martina says, I always take a sweatshirt or spirit jersey with us to Disneyland early in the morning and late at night. I live in Northern California, so nighttime and early mornings in SoCal are kind of chilly. Yeah, I mean, they just are. And even, like I said, even when I was looking at the forecast, and even when it's going to be 90, it's going to be 62 in the morning. And again, with no humidity. Oh gosh, doesn't that just sound amazing, you guys? That makes me so happy. Mark Allen, I think we're all, this humidity is just making me crazy. So, Alyssa, I'm not sure what your question was. You guys, the questions go really, really fast. So I try to get to as many of them as I can, but I can't always read them so that you guys know what I see on my end. Your questions are scrolling really quick, and there's always way more questions than I could possibly answer. So it's kind of a trick, right? Because you're trying to, Liz Cashman, I know I told you to do a live stream, but this is what happens. You're trying to read and answer and process and all of that at the same time. So if I don't get to your question, I really do apologize. Sean Patrick, oh, Fahrenheit. Okay, good. thermometer was like, wait a minute, what would that be? In 50 degrees in Celsius would be like 150. It can't be that. But yes, 50 degrees sounds absolutely lovely right now. So Sean Patrick says it's 98, feels like 104. Yeah, we lived in Conroe for years when I was growing up. Would be dead. You'd all be dead. That is way too hot. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Alyssa was asking for Christmas party tips. I did a video on that last year. I'm thinking of doing an updated one because I went into a lot of detail. And basically my strategy for the Christmas party and the Halloween party is the same. And I don't really have time to get into all of it. But definitely go watch. If you can't find the one I did on the Christmas party, Alyssa, watch the one I did on the Halloween party because my strategy is the same. And I've gone now 6 times and I'm going again this year and I have a whole thing worked out. So definitely go and watch that. And if you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me through Instagram private message or Twitter, and I'll try to answer any other specific questions you might have after that. No, you're absolutely welcome. I love Disney World at Christmas time. As of right now, I'm not scheduled to go, and there really isn't time because I just have a trip going on every month. But I know it's going to be magical because it always is. And Mark Allen, yes, thank you. And Caitlin, thank you. We're going to have an amazing time. I have to get up at like 4 a.m. So I really do have to go pretty soon. But what do I think about the new Fast Pass tiers for Hollywood Studios? It's so crazy. And I think that the bottom line is if y'all want to ride everything at Hollywood Studios, you're going to need to get up early. Here's my big wisdom on all of that. Get the Fast Passes you can. But if you are going and you're staying on site and you're going to early extra magic hours, normally I try to leave you guys with something philosophical, but this time I'm just going to leave you with how to make sure you can ride what you want. So let's say extra magic hours begins at 8 a.m. If you arrive at 7:15, okay? Oh, Liz, you're the best. She just put a link to my Christmas party video. If you arrive at 7:15, you will be able to ride everything that you want. If you ride at 7:45, you will be at the back of all of the extra magic hours people, and you're going to be waiting for an hour or 2 hours. I was just watching somebody's vlog, and they got there for extra magic hours and waited forever. You have to be at the front of that extra magic hours crowd, or honest to God, you guys, you shouldn't even wake up early, because if you don't arrive to extra magic hours until 8:15, or let's say it starts at 7, if you don't arrive until 7:15, 7:20, you're at the back of all the extra magic hours people, and you really would almost be better off going on a day that has regular operating hours and getting there extra early. So there's my wisdom for you. There's the gouge. Now you guys know you have to get up early. Lauren, we're going on September 17th. So we're so excited, but we do get there September 14th. So definitely be looking for us. Do you take the bus to magic hours or an Uber? We usually Uber because we usually want to get there before the buses start running. Like if I'm at Hollywood Studios and I can walk, that's better. If I'm at Magic Kingdom, if I'm at Contemporary, I can walk. But I don't trust the buses for extra magic hours. I'm too committed to doing what I want to do. So yes, John Kerry, the 17th. Isn't that your birthday? I know your birthday is at some point when you're going to be there. All right, you guys, I gotta finish packing. How do you get from LAX to Disneyland? Tomorrow we are doing a private car service, and I may have to do a whole video on that, Brooke, because it will be peak pricing, and they have a lot of surge pricing of Uber. So you can Uber, you can do the Disneyland bus, you can do Super Shuttle. Check out Mouse Savers. They have a whole section about transportation, but tomorrow we'll be using a private driver to get us out there. So yeah, there we go. Okay, you guys, I really do need to sign off. Thank you, everybody, for all of your great super chats. You guys were amazingly generous. If you would like to support the channel, you can always go to my Patreon page and check that out. It is in the description box below. Oh my God. Okay, so hold please. Hold please. Thank you for deleting. Okay, there we go. So you can always do that. Or hold on one second, you guys. I'm gonna report somebody really quick. Okay, sorry. Okay. Sorry. I'm just doing this. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, can't remember. Have a great night, everybody. Love you guys. This was super fun. Check out the merchandise. And I will see you next time. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.